Hey y'all, and welcome to Politibrawl. My name is Brian, and this is the epic moment where at a Trump rally, Donald Trump calls up on Dana White to come up and he delivers just an epic speech, proving that Dana White is one of the few people that understands what's really going on.
And I mentioned him a little earlier, but you didn't know he was here. I just said, you know, he's a champion, he's a winner. He's been a friend of mine for a long time. He's a tough cookie. He's the kind of people that made our country great, truly. They made our country great. He started off with 2 people fighting each other. Then he got 4 people fighting each other. Then he got them fighting each other. Then he got 6 and 8 and 12. All of a sudden, people started watching and looking, and I was proud to hold his first event. That's why he loves me. They said it's too dangerous. Nobody would take it. I'm the only one who said, take it. We'll take it. And it was unbelievable. I went and I said, this is great. Let's do it again. And he has been my friend for a long time. And they put together a phenomenal deal. It's called UFC. He's the UFC president. And they just sold the company. He started it off for about $30. And they just sold it for $4 billion. And the people that bought it said, we're not buying it unless Dana White stays back and runs it. So Dana White, come on up. He's now a very wealthy guy. Come here. Come on. You want to hear from him? Yes.
What's up, Colorado? How are you today? So, I'm not a very political person, I'll start there, but let me say this. There's things that I can tell you about the President of the United States that you don't hear on TV and you don't hear from other people. Like you said, I've known this man for 20 years. We've actually become even closer since he's become the President of the United States. When somebody becomes the President of the United States, you don't ever expect to hear from them again, okay? And I understand it. It absolutely makes sense. This guy is so loyal and such a good friend. Every time I see him, I saw him today. When I met him on Air Force One, the first thing he said to me is, how is your family? How is your family? Good man, very loyal, and a very good friend. I see a lot of things from Mr. Trump that the public doesn't see. And the people who surround me every day see how this man treats me as a friend and other people he's friends with. He's a fighter. He loves this country. He's doing great things for this country, and we got to win this election again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
There is no better person to head up the UFC than Dana White. He started it from the grassroots, got Donald Trump to invest in it, and now it is a huge moneymaker. I'm almost tempted to go out with some buddies to Buffalo Wild Wings and watch the next event, because it's such a fun thing to see. And not because it's bloody and it's violent. No, it's about something that's very visceral, something that's very inherent to nature. Men struggling to be the best. That's sort of the message, and that's the masculine image that men aspire to. As a short person, I'm 5'6". Short King Spring is over, y'all. But as a short guy who is a little bit feisty himself, I love what the UFC has to offer. And that's something that Donald Trump understands at his core. He has just this desire to be the best, to get to the top. Hey y'all, this is a shout out to my friends over at Colonial Metals Group, where CEO Paul Stone and his expert associates fully understand the gravity of our current situation and want to protect your wealth backed by gold, silver, and other precious metals. Folks, we are in an era of record inflation. We have a Congress that won't stop spending, and a president who doesn't even know what planet he's on. That's how bad the situation is, and that's why I'm partnering with Colonial Metals Group. And if you have a first-time account with these fine upstanding people, you will receive up to $7,500 worth of silver, a nice old safe to keep all the good stuff in. You will get Roth IRA accounts for free backed by gold and silver, and insurance and warranty on these items for 5 years, all for free. So call the number below or check out the link in the description and let CEO Paul Stone and his expert team help you now, because your wealth might evaporate before your very eyes. Protect your wealth, protect your family, protect your future with Colonial Metals Group today. Now, back to regularly scheduled programming. And he has done that. He has done that through media, he's done that through his real estate businesses, he's done that through his business acumen, and now he's done it through politics. He has become the president, and likely will be president again. And so we need to transition over into the idea of, okay, who actually is Donald Trump? In my opinion, after studying, reading, he is a man whose foreign policy drives him almost more than his domestic policy. He's a man that doesn't get embroiled in the culture wars. And he's a man that truly does want to see his country be great, because he has seen where we have gone wrong and veered off course. He has seen the issues that I think Elon Musk is seeing. That is, we're facing a population crisis. Simply put, boomers, y'all didn't have enough kids to replace you, and now Social Security and Medicare is eating up almost all of our tax dollars. And in an attempt to pay for it, we've been borrowing money at exorbitant rates. And in doing so, we're just putting us more and more in debt. That's a huge reason why I don't think I will ever be a homeowner. Why I know Gen Z has sort of even given up on that idea. We have accidentally broken our system in an attempt to pay for the system. Donald Trump understands this. And that's why he passed the Paul Ryan tax cuts. That's why he allied himself with Mitch McConnell and got 3 fantastic Supreme Court justices. And that's why the left hates his guts. Because he is a successful conservative, which we have not seen. George W. Bush was not a successful conservative. All right, he did not push the needle. He thought he was going to be a domestic president. Turns out he had to be a foreign policy president. Barack Obama continued to push towards the left, and now Joe Biden is running screaming in that direction. That's a problem, because it doesn't fix our underlying issues. We are spending too much. We don't have enough people to replace us, and we're facing an economic crisis. At least Donald Trump admits this. I would rather have someone admits they have a problem and hope that they start fixing it than someone who denies it and then refuses to fix anything about themselves. For lack of a better word, that's an addict. Donald Trump is not one. He abstains from alcohol, which I probably need to follow in his example, because it's a good policy. And that's ultimately what his presidency comes down to. And Dana White understands that Donald Trump, at his core, cares about good business, good policies, and good profits. Dana White has lived that dream and understands that in the same way that Trump has. There's a reason why Dana White is continuing to do good work with the UFC, and there's a reason why Donald Trump has such a loyal following. I think that's it right here in a nutshell. Folks, my name is Brian. Hope you enjoyed this segment here on Politbro. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one, and until then, y'all have a good one.